29 days to go now until the midterm elections, and a surprise voice jumping into the political fray in one very closely watched Senate race. Let's just show people what Taylor Swift put out there on the Instagram, as the kids do. So this is her statement, noting, much as I have in the past and would like to continue voting for women in office, I cannot support Marsha Blackburn, noting her voting record appalls Taylor Swift. Talks about how she will be voting for Phil Bredesen for Senate, Jim Cooper in the House. Here's what stood out to me, though. Please educate yourself on the candidates running in your state and vote based on who most closely represents your values. She went on to say, no one is 100% with any candidate, which I found interesting because you don't always see that, especially from a celebrity endorsement saying, you do you, but oh, by the way, this is me doing me.
Yeah, and what I also find interesting is these are two of the least sexy candidates you could possibly endorse. I mean, Phil Bredesen, I've been arguing for months that Democrats, celebrity Democrats should be getting behind Phil Bredesen and not Beto O'Rourke down in Texas, because Bredesen actually had a better chance of winning. And Jim Cooper as well seems to always upset the base of the Democratic Party because he's far too moderate, and yet she got behind these two candidates, and more than that, she endorsed in her home state, right? I think there's a lot of times where celebrity endorsers go out of their way to endorse in states they've never even been to, but here she decided to keep it localized, and she decided to have a message that she thought would best reflect her values.
And we do have the latest polling, too,
yes,
from Tennessee. It's very tight.
It is tight. And this is another thing that's going on here. She's clearly made an endorsement in a race where it is very tight. The latest Fox News poll has Phil Bredesen down by 5 points. That's one of the less favorable polls to him, at least the polls that we would display on CNN. So this is a race where, if an endorsement were to make a difference, this could be it. But I would say that Phil Bredesen has been falling back in the polls. This gives him some positive press, maybe. So on that point, maybe it's positive. But overall, I think this is fun, but it's not anything that's...
A Swift wind at his back. Look, if she wanted to make a difference...
Oh, boy.
She'd hold a fundraiser or a concert probably last month where you register voters and get them to the polls.